Welcome to Movie Lover News. I'm your host, Tyrone Rubin, doing the show with Alex, and together we are bringing you the #1 movie news show on Earth. Thank you everyone who's subscribing, watching, commenting on the show. We really appreciate it. Thank you. A film that's coming out next year. I don't have an exact release date for it, but it's something that looks really interesting. It's a film called Back Roads. It's been directed by Adrian Lyne, and it's got a cast of Andrew Garfield as Harley, Altmaier, Jennifer Garner, and Marcia Gay Harden. Back Roads is a novel by Tawni ODell, and just a little bit about it, and it looks very interesting, and that's what drew my attention to it. Harley Altmaier, which is the character in Back Roads, should be a college drinking dude chasing girls. He should be freed from his closed-minded, stricken, cold town with its lack of jobs and no sense of humor. Instead, he's constantly reminded of just how messed up his life is. With his mother in jail for killing his abusive father, Harley is an orphan with the responsibilities of an adult and the fiery, aggressive libido of a teenager. Just 19 years old, he lives in Pennsylvania backwoods, caring for his 3 younger sisters. He develops an obsession with a mother of 2 living down the road from him. But it's the family secrets, the lies, and the unspoken truths that light the fuse and erupt into a series of staggering surprises, leaving what's left of his family in tatters. They say this book is funny and heartbreaking, and Tawni ODell's pitch-perfect characters capture the maddening confusion of adolescence and the prickly nature of family with irony and honesty. Back Roads is a riveting novel by a formidable new talent. So this great, interesting book is being directed by Adrian Lyne. Adrian Lyne's a very interesting director. In 2002, he produced and directed the film Unfaithful. He directed the remake of Lolita in 1997. He directed the 1993 film Indecent Proposal. He's directed Jacob's Ladder, 9.5 Weeks, Fatal Attraction, and Flashdance. So the interest for me in this film is that Adrian Lyne is a director on it, and Andrew Garfield is this huge star on the rise. He was in a film in 2007 which I think went a little bit under the radar, called Boy A. If you ever watch it, it's a really interesting performance-driven piece by Andrew Garfield, and more recently he's become a megastar. He was in Never Let Me Go, he was Eduardo Savarine in The Social Network, and he's going to be Peter Parker in The Amazing Spider-Man, which is due out on the 3rd of July with director Marc Webb. And it's got a great cast, Spider-Man. Emma Stone plays Gwen Stacy, Martin Sheen plays Ben Parker, and Ifans plays Dr. Curt Connors, the Lizard. The other 2 stars who star with Andrew Garfield in this film are Marcia Gay Harden and Jennifer Garner. We can see Jennifer Garner in Arthur, the remake, which is due out on the 8th of April, and in a film called Butter. We can see Marcia Gay Harden in a film called Someday This Pain Will Be Useful to You, and she's doing the voice in a film called Noah's Ark, The New Beginnings. It's an animated film, and other people who are doing voices are Michael Keaton, who's doing the voice of Noah. We've got Jason Lee, Jason Mewes, Rob Schneider, and Ben Kingsley doing voices in that film. And Marcia Gay Harden is in a film called Detachment, which is a chronicle of 3 weeks in the lives of several high school teachers, administrators, and students as seen through the eyes of a substitute teacher. It's been directed by Tony Kaye, who brought us American History X. And it's got Christina Hendricks, James Caan, Adrian Brody, and Lucy Liu in that film. So those are 3 talented actors, Andrew Garfield, Jennifer Garner, Marcia Gay Harden, in this film called Back Roads, being directed by Adrian Lyne, based on the very successful literature by Tawni ODell. On my personal excitement meter, it sits at about an 8 to 8.5, because I hope they bring this dark, interesting material to light, and the director is a director I'm a huge fan of, Adrian Lyne. Thanks for watching Movie Lover News. I'm your host, Tyrone Rubin, doing the show with Alex, bringing you the #1 movie news show on Earth.